All right, just got off the plane from my trip with my family in Canada, and the Jurassic World Rebirth movie is out. So I'm gonna go see that. This is my first impressions, knowing that there's spoilers and videos that have come out and little snapshots. I gotta go see this movie now. So I'll be back. All right. Warning, 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 warning. Spoilers, spoilers. I'll say it again. Here's another spoiler. I'll say it again. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. Oh my gosh. That was nuts. The amount of death and the way that the world is right now. Obviously, if you're here, you've seen the movie. Hopefully you've seen the movie. I will say one last time, go see the movie before you come and watch this. All right, now that you're back, I think this... So the island, if I remember correctly, this island was being worked on while Chris Pratt and Jurassic World was happening. And Claire, right? Because they said that they were doing this because it sounds like the D-Rex was kind of what they were going for Indominus. Because D-Rex, they were probably trying to make something crazy or bigger or something, a Rancor, because obviously you guys seen, it looks like some weird Rancor thing. But, oh, it's so hot. I'm trying to not turn on the fan right now so that I can keep the audio kind of clean. The Rancor thing, I think they were just trying to come up with stuff. Like you saw the two-headed pterodon raptor thing, which those things are nuts. I wonder if they're going to add those. I wonder if they're going to add... They probably in a few months post... So obviously, I think I just did a trailer. If not, I'm about to release a trailer. No, I think I released that trailer. For the Jurassic World Evolution 3 is coming semi-soon. I would not be surprised. They have to release a DLC pack of the different variation of the Rex that we saw, which that guy was... God, they did such a good job with his head moving. And the D-Rex and then the Raptors, like, or the Mosasaur. No, the Spinos. They'll probably do one for the Spinosauruses, and then, like, the four, because it seems like each DLC for Jurassic World Evolution has, like, 4 or so dinosaurs. So I'm going to say that they're going to do the D-Rex, those Raptor, whatever they're going to call them, Raptor Pterodons, the Spinosauruses, sorry, my brain is fried from flying and everything. The Spinosauruses, and then, not the Mosasaur, because the Mosasaur's in the game. So maybe the little Ceratops, or the little baby. I don't know what subspecies that is. I don't know about any small Ceratop, like, shielded little dinosaur with hands, like little claws, like little grabbers. I'd have to do some digging on that little guy. If I get a chance, maybe I'll throw the name up here of what it was. This is so cool, like, nuts. I mean, I could probably delve into an hour of discussion. That's an interesting design. I'm going to bounce around because I'm just thinking about stuff. So the Apatosaurus, so obviously it's funny that in their world that's supposed to be current day, the environment's too cold for the dinosaurs, and they're all dying because of the air and the temperature and everything, and the only place they can live is the equator because it's hot enough there. That's funny. It seems like everybody's telling me that the Earth is heating up, but apparently to the dinosaurs, it's too cold for them. Anywho, so obviously the dinosaurs are dying off. Some people are like lamenting it, or obviously very sad, like the scientist guy that we meet. Other people are don't care. Like, you saw the guy at the beginning painting that wall of that looked like AI generated T-Rex with the glasses on it, and my boots are kind of tight. So there was that, and then I think heart disease or heart cancer disease. I get it. You should, like, that was a great purpose and porpoise. I will say I'm going to jump to the end. I didn't stay in the theater. So maybe Angry Joe show, or maybe I'll look up after, maybe I'll throw up some stuff here. I didn't see if how Scarlett Johansson and the other gentleman, I might look up his name in a second here. Because I want to get the actor's name. He did good. He did a good job. I don't want to discount him by not knowing his name and my brain being dead. He did a good job as, like, the scientist. But I wonder what they did after the fact. 6.4, come on. Freaking IMDb. So the actor's name is Jonathan Bailey. Wait, no, wait. Yes, Dr. Henley Loomis. Okay. So, oops. Yeah. He did a good job. Come on, camera. You can focus on the phone. He did a good job. It's funny, those three. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to see if they did, if they distributed the cancer, the 3 genetic things, to everybody, which for a second there with the Quetzal, I thought they were gonna I thought the Quetzal was gonna crush the serum, and then they were gonna have to how are they gonna get a F-16 raptor bird thing out of the sky? And I'm like, I bet they're gonna try to stab it right here while it's going crazy, and Scarlett Johansson's gonna kick it in the beak, and it's gonna get knocked out for a second. I don't know. Jumping to another thing, because I'm not very good at this track record. I'll try my best to get back to a plot. The people that died, I expected. And everybody thought that the black actor, the main guy, he's been in quite a few things. He was in Hunger Games as the scout. He's been a voice actor for some things. I thought he was going to die. I truly did. Because of the son connection with him and his ex-wife. It sounds like I put the pieces together. It sounds like they lost their son really young. However it happened. And then the two of them were blaming each other or something. I kind of sensed that, so they separated because they could only see their little boy together. I saw a comment about somebody on Twitter briefly making some synopsis and ranking it among the other Jurassic Park and World movies. He said it was like Jurassic Park 3, but he actually liked the characters, the humans, which I kind of agree. I think the Kirby family and all them with Dr. Grant and Billy and everything, I think they did okay, but I can definitely agree that I think I connected more with the young dad and his daughter with the dopehead son or boyfriend, which I will say, the scene where they crash on the island, and then they're walking through the woods, and then they're kind of taking a break, trying to follow the pipes. The family, they're trying to follow the pipes up into the forest, and then the dad is unless anybody has some other plans, and then the boyfriend was I got some weed, and I tried my best to not say anything, but I said loud enough. I was of course you do. And then the whole theater busted up laughing. Because this frickin' fuzzy-haired goofball boyfriend. I got some weed. It's of course you do. I think That was one of the better reactions I've ever gotten with my outbursts at theaters. Everything else I kept quiet. I tried my very best because it was cool to see so many young people, like kids, still interested in dinosaurs. Because that's the thing, right? It's like, here I am at 31 years old and I'm still talking about a movie that came out in 93, like a year before I was even born. And obviously people are still talking about old movies from way back when. I love how I'm looking at myself instead of at the camera. But as I said, that was funny. I thought the black guy was gonna die. So yeah, dinosaur wise, like species wise, we see a lot in a little. And I'll try my best. They might do a better job. The Angry Joe Show guys might do a better job if they care to like categorize the different creatures. But we saw Mosasaurus. We saw Spinosaurus. I thought we were going to see more of the Spinosaurus, to be fair. I really thought we were going to see more of the Spinosaurus. We only see them in that scene where they're attacking the boat with the Mosasaur. And then they kill the girl. Yeah, the other characters, the white guy being all cocky and with the gun and like wanted to not go rescue the family. I knew those guys were gonna die. There's like no way, like there has to be some weight to the death. And that's why I thought they were gonna go like crank it up to 11 and kill the main black guy. Because they're just about to get out. He's gonna do the heroic thing with the flare, and I didn't know he grabbed a bunch from the doctor's pocket, because obviously the doctor grabbed a bunch from that box when the helicopter was coming in and trying to get rescued. I didn't know he grabbed a bunch of stuff, like he grabbed like 2 or 3 flares and the flare gun. I thought he just grabbed the one and was like, I got it, blah. Heroic death, and Scarlett Johansson thought he was dead. Like, she did a decent job of portraying that he was dead. So that was kind of a weird, like, it was a change that it was like, okay, that was good. The other thing that we're going to jump to the end as well. The other thing that was crazy was, and I'm kind of glad they didn't do, because I think it's a different director, Garth Edwards, I believe. They didn't do what they've done in the last few movies, which was a fight with X creature against Rex or Rex team, which is good, because I think if they did that a 4th time, because I was expecting it, I was like, here we go. I thought when the black guy was taking the flare, I thought the Rex was going to come in behind him, and either the normal Rex was going to kill him and then fight the D-Rex, or like the D-Rex was going to fight the normal Rex and then he was going to escape, kind of something like that. But none of that happened, which I was very interested and very unique. So I will say props to that. Like, they didn't do that one. Species, sorry, let me go back to species. So we see the Apatosaurus at the beginning. We see some small raptor things. I'm trying to think back to the jungle. We saw like a Dimetrodon type creature climbing up a tree. We saw obviously the little Ceratosaur guy that the little girl falls in love with, which now she has that in her back pocket. So, I mean, that little guy is going to be, I wonder if that's his full growth or if he just stays in that little cute package. They're not technically dinosaurs, but we saw the mutated raptor pterodon things. We saw the Spinosauruses. We saw the Mosasaur. We saw the D-Rex. We saw the normal Rex. We saw the Dilophosaurus for a small time, which I thought it was going to be present more. Like I thought it was going to spit or something, but I got spit myself. But it didn't. It ran away when the Rex flooped over. Now I'm thinking about it. They didn't have the scene with the Rex bellowing in the grass. So that was a scene which is kind of good, I guess. There was a scene in one of the trailers where there's a snapshot of like Scarlett Johansson like with the grass behind her, and the normal Rex bellowed at her, and it was like you just see it. I think I saw that in the first trailer that I reacted to, and you like freeze frame it, and that was like the freeze frame that everybody focused on. I don't think that scene was in there. I don't think. But yeah, so we see the normal Rex. We see the Quetzals. We see the Titanosaurs. We see that little, which probably was a mutated thing, the little like frog thing with wings. They gave a lot of damn creatures wings, which I don't know if is a good idea. At the top of the tower or the cliffside when they were getting the nest, that little guy that the black dude follows for the stairs to get off the cliff. I'll try to keep a tally and put it up like up here. So I think there was like, of the ones I named, like 12 to 15, which actually isn't that bad. I'm surprised. We only saw the Rex once. I truly am. It was a great scene, and people are saying, like I said in the trailer reaction, it was a great scene that people are saying came from like the comics or like the TV show or something, or the books. So the river scene, people were like online, they were like freaking out about, like they're bringing this to the movies. This is awesome, which I'm glad that they're doing stuff like that stuff like even I don't know. They kind of, I don't know. It's just me. I think it's me. I think there was a lot of, I will say there was a lot of jungle and facility. Not a lot of dinosaur. There was a lot of dinosaur. There was a lot of Spinosaurus. There was the Mosasaurus. There was dealing with the pterodons. But I do feel like maybe it was just like my emotions were so high, and then I had to go pee and rush back. But they did it. It kind of came and went. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's the jet lag, if it's the tiredness, if it was just like I was so enamored with the movie that I was freaking out. So yeah, you got the Spinosaurus, the logo, the Quetzal, and then the Titanosaurus. That was kind of a cool scene with them loving on each other, and then the Mosasaur, them kind of loving up on each other, and so it was like 12 to 15 dinosaurs, and they had a good amount. I would have to say, between the like them exchanging backstory on the boat, the black gentleman and Scarlett Johansson, between that, and then obviously breaking down the mission, and then the family with the dopey boyfriend on the sailboat, there was, I think I want to say it was like 60-40 for human on screen to dinosaur. Maybe it's like 55-45, but it definitely leaned more into human, which is fine, because at least these humans I could kind of connect with. Like, the dopey boyfriend did have some moments that were kind of funny, obviously. When he was like, they were like, all right, grab a stick and we're going to go through the woods. And he like swats the bushes and... Oh, Ankylosaurus! We saw the Ankylosaurus. The bad guy towards the end had to steer out of the way and go down the hill. The Ankylosaurus. And it was like, pedestrian! I had a pedestrian! That damn electric, like... I think it was a Hummer or Jeep or something. And that was funny. So maybe 16 or so. I don't know. But there was definitely at least the characters you could kind of connect with. Even like Scarlett Johansson's kind of bristled past, and same with the black gentleman's bristled past of like doing this black market stuff, behind the scenes things. They're both at the end of their rope as far as like their emotions and money, and they want to get out of here, get out of this scenario. So that stuff was cool. As far as like, you could kind of feel where they were. It wasn't just, I don't know, because I'm trying to think back to Dominion, because I just saw another YouTube channel like watching it raw for the first time, and thinking back, they had a good amount of dinosaur scenes with the big pterodon thing attacking them in the plane, and this chase scene in Egypt or whatever in Africa, and then the Therizinosaurus in the park, the Dimetrodons in the tunnels. So there were definitely scenes like that, and I'm sure the Angry Joe team will talk highly of the suspense and the horror, like the classic raptor type scene in that store the family was in with the little baby. And dude, they did such a good job with kind of like making the demon pterodon raptor things like believable. Like, they looked like turkey demon raptor things, which was kind of a unique look. The D-Rex did kind of like, someone was saying that they mentioned that it looked like it was in pain, and when like the front forearms were like pushing against the ground, they saw its arms like quivering, like it was weak. So I could definitely see that being like a factor with just like the muscles not formed right when it was made. The whole fact that they kept it alive in the facility in the beginning of the movie was crazy. And I will say, that was really gimmicky. The stupid, like, you would think this guy, I mean, he's in autopilot, I get it. He's done this 1,000 times. He's like, all right, key in, 3, 2, 1, zoom, let's go. I get that. I get it. He's in autopilot. He's grabbing a snack before his shift starts. He's hungry, needs a Snickers, which, the product placement. We got Dr. Pepper, I noticed. We got probably Hummer. We got Snickers. And I'd have to go see it again to look for other product placements. But those were at least 3. The Dr. Pepper, the Snickers, and it's gotta be Hummer. It's gotta be a Hummer. So those were funny. And there was, of course, a couple snacks and things, and the Dorito snacks or whatever in the aisles of the snack machine, or the gas station thing, which is crazy that, I guess it's like work, like a hospital, because like, I was thinking of like, why did they have promotional things at a work facility? Like, this is supposed to be a secret facility for only these scientists and stuff to live on. But then they have like the doofy dinosaur light up thing for the gas station of the refilling place for the island. But I guess even the second island in the third movie, with the Kirby family and Dr. Grant and Billy, even that place had snack machines. So I guess it makes sense. They have a gas station guy that works there. It's like, I work at the gas station on this secret island facility, so that's weird. I don't know why I'm going down that rabbit hole, but I'm just trying to like place it, because like, I'm trying to put it into perspective of like this island and its purpose and like testing. So anyways, yeah, I do think that them keeping the D-Rex alive was weird. And I'm trying to like make sure I face the mic. Like I said, I'm at 20 minutes or so. It's good that I'm getting this off my chest now, but I am definitely tired from the flight and everything. I'm just glad I saw it, because now I can go relax, lay in bed, and watch Angry Joe Show's team. I'm sure if you guys are big review fans, they do a decent job of doing reviews. Obviously, they've been in this gig for a long time. What else was I gonna say? So yeah, it was a good movie. Definitely. I mean, you're here because you saw it. Like I said, I'm probably gonna go see it a second time to maybe try to see if I can count how many species there are that are like unique. Because because we just saw the two sauropods, Titanosaurus and Apatosaurus, and then we saw the Rex. We didn't see any mid-sized carnivores. We didn't see like a Carnotaurus or an Allosaurus or Suchomimus or anything like that, so probably not the priority. We saw one or two flyers. We saw raptors for a second. I forgot about the raptors. The raptors that got ambushed by the pterodon raptors. The turkey raptors. Or turkey pterodon. Gotta come up with something. Trying to think of any other spoilers. Music was good. I'm glad they played the theme and trickled it in there. There was like that one scene where they were with the kids on the boat and you could kind of faintly hear it in the background. What was I gonna say? The characters themselves, I'll do a quick overview of them. The daughter was the typical teenager of like, obviously she was pissed off that the millionaire guy tried to kill her, metaphorically, like, or realistically did try to kill her, because she was gonna blab to the place, but she kind of got annoying. Like, she was always like stick in the mud, and like the dad was just like frustrated with the lazy boyfriend, and she's like, deal with it. And I was like, okay, like, you're cool. Obviously the boyfriend was lazy, and it was funny that he did say that, so there was character development there. And I do like the dad actor. He was in not Desperados, the Western movie, The Magnificent Seven, with Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, and a couple others. D'Onofrio, which is funny because he was also in a Jurassic World movie. Wow, actually, wait. If Chris Pratt was in a Jurassic Park movie, D'Onofrio was in the first one with Chris Pratt, and now that guy's in it. So now we just need Denzel Washington to be in a Jurassic World movie, and we'll have over half the Magnificent Seven in Jurassic World movies. That's funny. That's kind of funny. I'll just wind it down here. I like the other characters. Like I said, I was definitely happy about them building some like background, and they didn't take too long to like drag it out or anything and get to it. It was a good one. I want to see, because it was almost a one-off. I think I'm sad because it's already over, if that makes sense. Like, the hype was so much, and there was so much publicity, and I get it. They even had, like, I'll try to find some screen grabs of other people. They had, and maybe I'll go tomorrow and, like, take pictures, but they even had, like, actors and hired people. I don't know if it was the theater or just, like, hey, play this thing for this week. They had like a woman with like the baby Ceratosaurus or Triceratops, like with a puppet, and like to pretend to be a baby. And then they had like replica skulls of T-Rex, like right in the lobby, right before you went and bought the ticket. I'm like, this is a lot. They didn't have a movie poster out front at my theater, so that was interesting in the like the window things. But like they did a lot, and I'm wondering if that's gonna hurt its. Like, they pumped so much into advertisement that it's going to actually hurt the movie significantly because of that. Like, they didn't think that a 7th Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movie was going to do well. Because I'm guessing they kind of heard through the grapevine that Fantastic Four and Superman, and then a few weeks prior, which I think it's still in the theaters, the other big movies that I would say that would impede on it would be How to Train Your Dragon live action, and then that 28 years later or 28 months later. I think it's years now. No, it's got to be 28 months. Because in the year, maybe it's the years. I don't follow that movie series. So I think they thought that those were going to, like, quell it. Because Superman came out early. And then it's this one. And then Fantastic Four is, like, another weekend or so after this. So that is definitely, probably they were concerned that they weren't going to do well because it's smushed in between those movies. So that is a factor. I think it'll do well. I hope it does well. I hope it does well because I just like dinosaur movies. I hope... This is kind of like rambling now, so you had to be prepared for this. I hope it encourages other movies kind of like 65. So I'll throw up 65. It has Adam Driver going to that alien world, and there's dinosaurs on this alien world because it's 65. This planet is 65 million years ago of, like, there's dinosaurs on this planet. That's the gist. If you want me to review that movie, sure. I can't remember. I've seen it. I thought I did a review of it. Maybe I did. Probably did. I probably did. So I hope other movies, I hope people see this, and of course there's going to be corporations that want to, like, make it just a money machine, and they're going to hurt the image of dinosaurs. But it gives me courage that at least young people are enjoying it. I saw a lot of kids also. To the theater that I went to, thank you. I forgot to say, like, to the dad of his, because there was this little boy, and he had to be like 1 or 2. And the little guy had to go to the bathroom, and the dad was like cautioning him down the aisle or down the seats, and he didn't say a peep. It was beautiful. I wanted to, like, pat him on the back and be like, thank you. Like, you raised your kids so they were respectful and they knew when daddy wanted them to be quiet. It was awesome. So cool. And then when I was leaving and getting my stuff together, getting the box and the cup and everything, and making sure I had all my keys and everything on me, hearing the kids, the, like, 6 or 7 to, like, 11 or 12-year-olds, because the theater was packed. I mean, it's like the opening night, but it was on a Wednesday, which is crazy. The theater was packed. I thankfully got an edge seat, so I didn't have to, like, impede anybody when I sprinted to the bathroom. That would have like made it worse. So that was awesome. Probably gonna go see it again. And then, being a giant dinosaur fan, I will probably buy it when it comes out on Blu-ray or something. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching this. I'll probably do another discussion when I'm, like, playing Jurassic World Evolution 2 or something, and I'll have more time for oxygen to get into my brain and for my head to not be fried from flying, and I can talk more. But yeah, there was a lot of ins and outs. I didn't really see any it was cool. I will say the, like, spoiler interconnection, it was cool that you got one of the big scenes I remember, or snippets, was the doctor worked under Dr. Grant. So they included him in the loop, obviously. So he had that connection. I don't remember if he said this was pre or post Jurassic Park. It was probably post Jurassic Park, and he probably worked with him in Montana at the college. Great movie. I'm happy. Obviously, I just talked for 30 minutes about it, so it was great. I'm tired. Thank you guys for watching. This is fun. I'll probably take this down here soon. Obviously, because I just put it up briefly to do this, so I could, like, move into the scene, and I'm tired. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below what you would rate it out of. Once again, I would say a 7 on its own. For a Jurassic World movie, Jurassic themed, I'd give it like an 8, 8.5. I think it kicks out 3. not kicks out, but like I'll have to do my whole breakdown of those and do like a collage poster thing, background of all those all the movies, and like re-talk about them and take notes and try to see what they are by themselves. I think it's like an 8.5 in the Jurassic World Park universe, Jurassic Park World universe. I think it kicks down Dominion. Dominion has member berries with the 2 casts, but like I said, I'll rate those later as far as like a 1 to 7 now. So I hope you guys have a blessed day and go see the movie. I mean, you already saw it. Why am I saying this? All right. I hope you have a good night. Peace. Where's my...